Hazurewala and friends, my name is Krishan Khanna, and my question is about Lord Krishna. We Hindus treat Lord Krishna as the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer of all beings. As he himself said, of all the creations, I am the beginning and the end and the middle. I am unborn and without beginning. Though I am the Lord of all sentient being, I still appear every millennium in my original transcendental form. And my question is...
Original transcendental form.
Transcendental form.
Right.
And my question is, how far this religious philosophy conforms to the philosophy of Islam? Thank you.
First of all, let me beg to differ with you as far as the interpretation of these lines are concerned. I have been a student of comparative religion. I found that every religion, however idolatrous it may appear to be to us today, was fundamentally a monotheistic religion. Because if you don't accept this universal principle, then the infights between religions will have no end whatsoever. And each religion will be understood to have emanated from a different source, different God. Now, as against this understanding of Veda, which you have presented to us, you should have remembered also that this is exactly what Jesus Christ said. That I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. And this is not only said by Jesus Christ, but also in the Holy Quran, there is mention of this truth that the Prophet Muhammad is the source and means of people reaching him. And when you say Khatamun Nabiyyin, then Omega is understood. But in another hadith, tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he claims himself to be the very first. And according to the Muslim sects, all of them together, in view of some Quranic verses and these declarations by the Holy Prophet, he was the first to be born. Now the question is, here there are some translations made by you or somebody else which indicate that Krishna claims that he was never born. He is eternal. I have read Veda, now this, just a minute, Bhagavad Gita, myself, with deep attention. And I have discovered only evidence of truth and unity of God there. And Krishna himself only claimed to be a messenger, no more. For instance, his being, he's called Murlidhar. He blows into the pipe. Apparently, the pipe is singing the song or raising the music, but there is breath behind it. Then he has more hands than ordinary people. And he has a body, well-defined body, but instead of 2 hands, he has 4 hands. And he also is known to have possessed wings. Now, what do these symbols, or if they are not symbols, the literal facts indicate? This is the question. As you said, he told us or gave us the glad tidings that every 1,000 years I would reappear in my original form. Is this the original form of God? Is this his entire geography? that within the space of a human stature, with 4 arms, he can be confined and disappear somewhere and begins to rule from there. Now, this is a very, very limited understanding of the nature of God which he has created. How could Lord Krishna say that? So there has to be some misunderstanding of reading him, of knowing what the message is. These misunderstandings do appear in every religion because of the specific religious terminology. For instance, wings. The Holy Quran also uses the word wings with relation to angels. But the Holy Quran makes it specifically clear that nobody has wings to fly with. Only the wings are indicative of attributes. So if there are 2 arms, the attributes are half the number of such person who has 4 arms. The angels grow in attributes, and in this world they have 4 wings according to the Quran, but in the hereafter they will have 8 wings. And they are all terminologies, all terms and metaphorical figures, let's say. For instance, Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah himself is told that you lower your wing of mercy over those who believe you. Then the people are told to lower their wings over their parents. So these usages of the same word wing elsewhere in the Quran makes it very clear to us that they are just terms which have been misunderstood and misapplied. So according to Ahmadiyya belief, Hazrat Krishna was a holy messenger of Allah. He used a language of symbols to convey to the world of the period some truths. And if you read the Bhagavad Gita in detail, it's not just an account of war between 2 factions. It in reality is a masterpiece of description of evil, goodness pitched against evil, or evil put against goodness. A battle between darkness and light. Now turn to Zoroastrianism. What Zoroaster says is again the same thing in different terms. He speaks of fire against darkness, and he makes fire the symbol of truth, which is God, and darkness the symbol of falsehood, which is devil. But you find the same mention in the Bible, in the Holy Quran, but there they do not mean that evil had a separate entity in itself and emanated from a God who was independent of God of goodness. So these are terminologies found in every religion. It's our duty not to be confused by them and come to a reasonable, sensible understanding whereby we could reconcile the world religions as having been emanated from the same one single source of God. So I hope that should be sufficient, because otherwise if we go into further debate on this issue, I think it will not be profitable. Right?
That will be it.
Thank you.